Dr. Sarah Mitchell adjusted her telescope for the 100th time that night. As lead astronomer at the remote Nevada Observatory, she'd spent 5 years scanning the skies for signs of intelligent life. Tonight she found it. The craft appeared without warning, silent, luminous, impossibly graceful as it descended behind the mountains. Sarah's heart pounded as she grabbed her equipment and drove toward the landing site. Scientific curiosity overwhelming any sense of danger. She found the ship in a desert clearing, its surface shimmering like liquid mercury. As she approached, a door materialized and a figure emerged. Sarah froze. The being before her was undeniably alien yet hauntingly beautiful, tall and slender with smooth, lavender-tinted skin that seemed to glow faintly in the moonlight. Her features were delicate, large violet eyes that reflected starlight, high cheekbones and silver hair that floated as if underwater. She wore a suit of shifting, iridescent material. "Please," the alien spoke, her voice melodic but strained. "I need asylum. My name is Lyra. I've defected from the Celestial Fleet." Sarah's scientist Fig training told her to call authorities. Her heart told her something different. "You're hurt," she said, noticing the dark fluid staining Lyra's suit. "My people are hunting me. If they find me, they'll execute me." Lyra's violet eyes met Sarah's. "I'm breaking our most sacred law. I've come to warn humanity." "Warn us about what?" "An invasion. In 6 months. But I couldn't be RT of genocide anymore." Lyra stumbled, and instinctively Sarah caught her. Their eyes locked. Something passed between them, a connection neither could explain. "Come with me," Sarah whispered. "I'll hide you." Sarah converted her isolated cabin into a sanctuary. For 2 weeks, Lyra recovered while Sarah brought supplies and spent every free moment with her unexpected guest. Lyra proved to be brilliant, curious, and surprisingly funny. She marveled at human music, laughed at comedy shows, and peppered Sarah with endless questions about Earth culture, emotions, and relationships. "On my planet, we're raised in genetic clusters," Lyra explained one evening as they watched the sunset. "Love is considered a weakness, a biological malfunction that clouds judgment. Relationships are assigned optimal genetic outcomes." "That sounds incredibly lonely," Sarah said softly. "I never knew any different, until I started observing Earth." Lyra turned to Sarah, vulnerability in her alien eyes. "I watched humans for months during my reconnaissance mission. The way you love so freely, so dangerously. It fascinated me, terrified me, made me question everything I'd been taught." Sarah's hands sobbed. Ehau found Lyra's. The alien skin was warm, her fingers fitting perfectly between Sarah's own. Neither pulled away. "Your people will come for you," Sarah said. "I know. We'll figure something out. Together." Lyra smiled, a heartbreakingly human expression she'd learned from Sarah. Together. I like that word. As days turned into weeks, the line between protector and protected blurred. Sarah found herself racing home from work just to see Lyra's smile. Lyra began touching Sarah more, a hand on her shoulder, fingers brushing as they cooked together, sitting closer each evening. The attraction became undeniable, terrifying, impossible to ignore. It happened on a rainy night. Sarah came home soaked, frustrated from a difficult day. Lyra immediately wrapped her in a blanket, made tea, small. Acts of care that had become routine, yet felt increasingly intimate. "You unhappy," Lyra observed, sitting beside her on the couch, "just tired and scared." Sarah looked at Lyra. "If they catch you, they won't. You've hidden me well. That's not what I'm afraid of." Sarah's voice cracked. "I'm afraid of how I feel about you. This is insane. You're an alien. You're supposed to leave when the is over. But I don't want you to go. I don't want to lose you." Lyra's violet eyes widened. Sarah, I'm in love with you, Sarah whispered. I know it's impossible. I know you don't understand love. I know I should just be grateful you're alive and safe, but... Lyra kissed her. It was tentative at first, uncertain. Lyra's first kiss. But as Sarah responded, it deepened. Lyra's hands cupped Sarah's face, and Sarah pulled her closer. Years of loneliness and weeks of suppressed longing pouring into that moment. When they finally broke apart, both were breathless. I lied, Lyra whispered against Sarah's lips. I do understand love. Because I feel it. For you. It's why I defected. It's why I risked everything. Not just to save humanity, to save the chance of being with you, your people. See, all it a crime, a sickness, a betrayal. Lyra's eyes shimmered with tears that looked like liquid starlight. But if loving you is a crime, then I'm guilty, and I wouldn't change a single thing. They kissed again, the universe narrowing to just the two of them, aliens and humans and all the boundaries between them dissolving into nothing but feeling. 3 weeks of stolen happiness, 3 weeks learning each other, of whispered confessions and tangled limbs, of Sarah calling in sick to work just to spend another day with Lyra. But paradise has a price. Sarah woke one night to find Lyra standing at the window, body rigid, her skin glowing brighter than usual, a stress response. They found me, Lyra said, voice hollow. 3 hunting ships. They'll be here within the hour. We'll run. There's nowhere to run. They'll track me anywhere on Earth. Lyra turned, tears streaming down her lavender cheeks. I've doomed us both. If they find you with me, they'll classify you as a collaborator. They'll erase your mind or worse. I don't care. I care. Lyra grabbed Sarah's shoulders. I love you, which means I need you to live, even if I can't. Outside, the sky began to glow. 3 E-ships materialized, hovering above the cabin with mechanical precision. A beam of light sliced through the roof. Figures descended. Lyra's people. Tall, beautiful, cold. Their leader, a female with ice-white skin and silver armor, spoke in a language of chimes and crystals. Lyra responded, voice defiant. She says I've been infected with emotion sickness, Lyra translated for Sarah. That you've contaminated me. She demands I return for rehabilitation or face execution. Tell her no, Sarah said firmly, moving to stand beside Lyra. The leader's violet eyes fixed on Sarah with predatory interest. She spoke again. She's offering a choice, Lyra whispered, voice breaking. I can return willingly and face trial, or she kills you, erases all evidence of contact, and takes me by force. She saw. Wise, I have 60 seconds to decide. Time crystallized. Sarah saw her entire life flash before her. Years of solitude, of searching the stars for meaning, of wondering if she'd ever truly connect with someone. And then Lyra had fallen, literally, into her world. Go with them, Sarah said firmly. No, listen to me. Sarah grabbed Lyra's face, forcing eye contact. You defected to stop an invasion. That's bigger than us. You need to testify, to stop the genocide. I'll be fine. You won't. They'll erase your memories. You won't remember me. You won't remember any of this. Lyra was sobbing now, the composed alien completely undone.
Then let me have these last moments knowing I loved you, knowing you loved me. That's more than most people get in a lifetime.
The leader spoke sharply. 30s. Eakins. There has to be another way, Lyra pleaded with her people in her native tongue. The conversation grew heated, desperate. Finally, the leader made a sound like breaking glass. Agreement, but conditional. She'll let you live, Lyra translated, voice shaking. She'll even let you keep your memories. But there's a price. I must return and face trial for treason. If convicted, a sentence execution. And you can never try to contact me or our people again. Any attempt, and both Earth and you will be destroyed. No, Sarah's turned to protest. I won't let you die for loving me. Too late. Lyra pulled Sarah into a desperate kiss. I made my choice the moment I defected. You're my choice. Humanity's survival is my choice. And if I die for it, I die having truly lived, having loved. That's more than any of my people can say. The leader gestured impatiently. Lyra pressed something into Sarah's hand, a crystal that pulsed with warm light. My heartstone. It's connected to my life force. As long as it glows, I'm alive. If it goes dark, she couldn't finish. Lyra, please. I love you, Sarah Mitchell. Across all the galaxies, through all of time, you are my greatest discovery. One last kiss, desperate and tender. Live for me, be happy for me, and look up at the stars knowing somewhere I'm looking back. The beam of light enveloped Lyra. She rose, hand reaching for Sarah, until the very last moment. Then she was gone, pulled into the ship. Sarah collapsed to her knees, clutching the Heartstone, watching the ships ascend and vanish into the night sky. 6 months late, Sarah stood at her telescope, the Heartstone on a chain around her neck, still glowing, faint but steady. The invasion never came. Lyra's testimony had worked. Humanity was spared, though they'd never know how close they'd come to extinction, or who had saved them. Sarah had returned to her work, but everything had changed. She no longer searched the stars hoping to find something. She'd found T lost it, and somehow survived. The Heartstone pulsed warmly against her chest. Lyra's life force, still burning bright somewhere in the cosmos, still alive, still fighting. Sarah touched the crystal, closed her eyes, and sent a thought into the universe. I'm here. I'm waiting. Come back to me. In response, the stone flared brighter for just a moment. A message across light years, I'm coming. Wait for me. Sarah smiled through tears. On Lyra's planet, loving a human was a crime. But as she looked up at the infinite stars, Sarah knew the truth. Some crimes were worth committing. Some loves were worth any punishment. And she would wait as long as it took for the alien who taught her that the universe was far less lonely